Good day, everybody. Welcome to today's video. I'm not going to waste your time. I'm going to get right into it. How to remove a rear axle shaft out of your Jeep JK. Mine's a 2014 Dana 44. Safely put it down jack stands. Make sure your front tires are chalked. Remove your lug nuts and take off the rear tire, of course, obviously. Now, for this next step, you don't have to do all these other steps to remove the brakes, but I'm replacing the brakes and rotor as well, so that's why I'm separating the calipers from the brake bracket. If you're not going to be doing that, you can just remove the brake bracket and disregard all this. Otherwise, the brake bracket's only held in place by these two large bolts right here, and I believe they are an 18 mil, and you would just pull that off. Now, tapping off the rear rotor, mine actually came off pretty easy, and I'm impressed. So I'm just looking. I can see right now my rear axle seal has been leaking. So I'm going to yard it out. And in my cases, it's almost cheaper just to buy a whole new axle and keep one as a spare. So that's what I'm doing. So I cleaned off the threads for the nuts at the back. And you got an ABS sensor. And I lubricated it beforehand. But we're going to have to get that ABS sensor. We don't have to remove it. We just have to remove the nut and then loosen it back so you don't damage it when you're going to pull it out. Remove the bolt, as I'm doing right here, and then just slide the sensor back and leave it loose as such. That way when you pull the axle, you're not going to damage it in the process. That's very important because you don't want to spend more money. I'm just using some compressed air right now just to blow out as much junk and stuff from inside there. And then your axle's held in place by 4 nuts, and you got to remove all those before you can yank at the axle. And hopefully they're not too seized and you'll be able to get them off. In my case, I had them out a few years ago, so they came off pretty good. Otherwise, you might be in trouble. And as you can see right there, that bracket's loose. And once that bracket's loose, you can yank it. And this is the very most important tool. You're going to need a slide hammer kit. If you don't have a slide hammer kit, you're going to have to be creative. And you're going to curse and swear. But this is the quickest, safest, and most easiest way to do this job. So you can do it however you want, but I'm just put that special adapter on and putting my lug nuts on in 3 spots. That way the axle is secured and it's going to pull out nice and straight. This is important. You don't have to use an impact on them. Like I said, just thread them on by hand and that will be fine. Put my slide hammer in, thread it in, make sure you got a fair amount of threads. In my case, it just popped right out. However, when it popped out, in your case, the outer bearing race is probably going to stay inside. But don't worry, we're going to use that little attachment right there on the slide hammer, and that's what we're going to use to yard it out. As you can see right here, a couple little taps, it just came right out, and I got lucky. So I'm just going to use some brake cleaner now. I'm going to spray it out quickly. Wipe it down. I got some assembly lube right there that I'm just going to put on where the bearing's going to go just to help make it go in a little bit easier. There's my new axle shaft right there. And the most important thing you're going to have to pay attention is that little notch is for the ABS sensor, and you got to have that on the right side as the sensor. So now I'm just going to feed the axle in. And if you're lucky, you'll be able to get it into place. But in my case, I need to use some leverage. So I put the bracket back on from the slide hammer. And then I'm threading it in. So the struggle might be real even doing it this way to try to get the splines aligned, get the axle to pop in. But have patience and you'll get it done. And now I got it in place. So I'm just going to pick it up. Finish pushing it in, get my bracket in there so I can start tightening it down. And as you can see, the notch for the ABS sensor is in the right spot. Otherwise you would break the sensor. Very important. So I'm just using a rubber mallet and I'm just tapping it in, make sure that it's seated. And then you can start putting the sensor back in. It's an 8 mil bolt. Tighten up your 4 nuts that hold it in place. And yeah, this job is actually pretty easy. It's time consuming, but it's easy. And as you can see right here, it ended up as a brake job. Had to replace the brake bracket because those seized. All new brakes, calipers, axle, and I'm ready to go. So I hope you guys enjoyed this no-nonsense video. If you have any questions or comments, post them below. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next one. Take care, everybody.